Hello everyone. Hope you all are doing well. Today we are going to do lesson 5 of your supplementary reader in English, A Pact with the Sun. And the chapter is Tansen. Sangeet Samrat Tansen. Tansen is known for his Rag Megh and Rag Deepak, with which he could bring rain or light lamps just with his singing. To know the mystery behind these ragas, let's understand few things. According to Hinduism, Panch Mahabhut or five great elements is the basis of all cosmic creations. Our human body as a whole is a complex part of Panch Bhut. First, let me tell you about these five elements. First is Prithvi or earth. Second, Jal or water. Third, Agni or fire. Fourth, Vayu or air. Fifth, Akash or ether. Speaking symbolically, our sensory organs, that is our sense organs, represents the Panchbhuta. Our body contains all these five elements, that is earth, water, fire, air and ether. I won't go into details as it will take one whole session for explanation of these five elements in our body. You may have heard the name of Tansen, the greatest musician our country has produced. His music had mystical powers. He could bring rain with his singing and could even light lamps with Rag Deepak. But you must be thinking how it is possible. In short, the brains of ancient people were much more advanced in terms of thinking and creativity. And thus, they have shown capabilities that are much more beyond our understanding. Tansen had different dimension and frequency of mind. He had achieved the apex of meditation through which he was able to activate the Panchbhutas of his body. So with Rag Megh, he could bring rain, and with Rag Deepak, he could light lamps, or lamps would ignite automatically. But from where is the fire coming to light the lamps? Actually, it's the fire element of his body that burns and ignites the lamps. And in this process, he used to suffer a lot as the fire coming out of his body would burn his body too. Now, let's start reading the chapter. This chapter is divided into 4 segments. Let's read the introduction of first segment. We shall complete this chapter in 2 videos. Tansen was the only child of his parents. Naughty but talented, he imitated the calls of birds and animals perfectly. Once he tried to frighten a group of travelers by roaring like a tiger. Now let's see. You may have heard the name of Tansen, the greatest musician our country has produced. So, children, I'm sure you all must have heard in your life the name of Tansen. And he was the greatest musician our country has ever produced. You will see, you will experience what all talents he had. A singer called Mukundan Mishra and his wife lived in Behat near Gwalior. His father, Mukundan Mishra, his father was also a singer. Tansen was their only child. It is said that he was a naughty child. Tansen in his childhood was a naughty child. Often he ran away to play in the forest and soon learned to imitate perfectly the calls of birds and animals. Now, what do you mean by imitate perfectly the calls of birds and animals? That is to make the sounds of birds and animals. And when he used to make the sound of birds and animals, nobody could recognize or differentiate whether this any human being is making this sound or it's the actual sound from the bird or animal. Okay, so he was very talented in imitating the sounds of birds and animals. A famous singer named Swami Haridas was once traveling through the forest with his disciples. Once, Swami Haridas, and he was a famous singer, he was passing through the forest near his village with his disciples. Disciples means those people, those children who were learning music from this great musician Swami Haridas. Tired, the group settled down to rest in a shady grove. Now, what is grove? Grove is a small wood or group of trees. So there was a grove, there was an area which was covered with trees. So they were tired. In those olden times there were no vehicles to travel. They had to travel from one village to another or one town to another by foot. Walking only, there was no other option that these poor people had. So they were tired of walking and they thought of taking rest. So they settled down under a shady grove. Tansen saw them. At that moment, Tansen was also present in the forest and he saw these visitors, these travelers, and something ran through his mind. Strangers in the forest, he said to himself. It will be fun to frighten them. So this naughty child had a plan. He thought, these strangers have come to the forest. Let me frighten them. He hid behind a tree and roared like a tiger. So what he did, he hid behind a tree. He hid himself behind a tree and he started roaring like a tiger. You can imagine how scared we will become if we hear the sound of the tiger in a jungle. If you're visiting a jungle and you come to hear, you happen to hear the sound of the tiger or lion, how worried we will become. The same happened with this group of travelers. The little group of travelers scattered in fear, but Swami Haridas called them together. So his disciples, Swami's disciples, they got frightened. Hearing the sound of the tiger, they thought a tiger has come and it is going to attack them and will kill them. So they started running here and there. They got scattered. But Swami Haridas was sitting there still, calm and quiet. He was not at all worried. He called them together. He called his disciples. Don't be afraid, he said. He said, don't be afraid. Tigers are not always dangerous. He had some sense. He thought, he was sure that is not the actual tiger. It is somebody who is playing the trick. So he called them and said, all the tigers are not dangerous. Let us look for this one. So he had some idea that it's not the actual tiger. Suddenly, one of his men saw a small boy hiding behind a tree. And while looking out for the tiger, for the so-called tiger, one of the men noticed a small boy hiding behind a tree. There are no tigers here, master, he said. Only this naughty boy. So he caught hold of that boy. And he said, master, there is no tiger. As you said, there is no tiger. This is a small boy hiding behind the tree. He is a naughty boy. Now let's read the introduction of the second segment. Tansen learnt music from Swami Haridas for 11 years. He stayed with a holy man called Muhammad Ghaus. He married Hussaini, one of the ladies in the court of Rani Mriganani. Swami Haridas did not punish him. Seeing this boy, Swami Haridas did not punish him. Instead, let's see what he did. He went to Tansen's father and said, "Your son is very naughty." He asked this boy to take him to that boy's father. So when he reached to their hut, he said to his father, Mukundan Mishra, that your son is very naughty. He is also very talented. I think I can make him a good singer. Here you can see the Swami Haridas has figured out the talent in the boy. So he said, though he is naughty, but he is very talented. And according to him, he thinks he is able to make a good singer out of this boy. Okay, so Swami Haridas offered him that let me make him my disciple and I will train him to become a good singer. Tansen was 10 years old when he went away with Swami Haridas, and seeing the interest of Swami Haridas, his father Mukundan Mishra allowed Tansen to go along with the Swami. So at the age of 10, Tansen went with Swami Haridas. Okay, he lived with him for 11 years. For almost 11 years, he lived with Swami Haridas and got training of all these ragas and music. Learning music and became a great singer. As noticed by Swami Haridas, he was able to polish this naughty boy into a great singer. At about this time, his parents died. At about this time, when he almost completed his music training from Swami Haridas, at this time his parents also died. That is at around the age of 21. When Tansen was 21, he lost his parents. Mukundan Mishra's dying wish was that Tansen should visit Muhammad Ghaus of Gwalior. The dying wish, or the last wish of his father Mukundan Mishra, was that Tansen should visit Muhammad Ghaus of Gwalior. Okay, so Muhammad Ghaus was a ruler at that time of Gwalior, and Mukundan Mishra wanted his son to go and visit Muhammad Ghaus. Muhammad Ghaus was a holy man. Mukundan Mishra had long been devoted to him and often visited him. Devoted means very loving. He was very loving and loyal to Muhammad Ghaus. He followed Muhammad Ghaus a lot. So, while living in Gwalior with Muhammad Ghaus, Tansen was often taken to the court of Rani Mriganeni, who was a great musician herself. So, Tansen, after going and staying with Muhammad Ghaus was a frequent visitor of Rani Mriganeni, who herself was a great singer. There he met and married one of the ladies of the court. Her name was Hussaini. So, in the court of Rani Mriganeni, Tansen happened to meet Hussaini and he married her. Hussaini also became Swami Haridas' disciple. So Hussaini was also a good singer and she also became disciple of Swami Haridas. Tansen and Hussaini had 5 children who were all musical. Musical means they all were talented, born artists. So Tansen and Hussaini had 5 children and all the 5 children were talented. Tansen had by this time become very famous. Sometimes he sang before Emperor Akbar, who was so impressed by him that he insisted Tansen should join his court. So, by this time, Tansen had become very famous, and even sometimes he used to sing for Emperor Akbar, and Akbar was very pleased with his talent. So he wanted Tansen to join his court, and Tansen ultimately joined Akbar's court too. I hope till here it is clear. We will continue the chapter in the second video. Thank you.